Hi, welcome to the Easy Trader Update. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday the 14th of November. Okay, looking at the euro dollar first, and yesterday we popped in this, let me just broaden it up a little bit here. We put in a doji here, which nice reversal signal. Didn't quite get down to the lows I wanted. I really would like to have come down to the daily 100 to give a bit more support. There's also a monthly pivot just below us there, which would again provided a bit more support. However, at the moment it's putting this nice reversal pattern in. Of course, this day is not finished yet. Today's not finished, but it's certainly looking to me that there's a bit of bullishness going on. If we bring it down to the 4 hourlies, you can see we've just run into that 4 hourly 50 at the moment, which is holding things up a little bit. Has been into it before, so it's not the first touch of this level, although first touch for a while, so it's just obviously having some effect on there. There is also some other resistance sitting just above here, which is sort of air kissed, but there's sort of been some nice bullish looking candles this morning, particularly on the upper time frames. There have been some nice moves earlier on, some nice big green bars, and there's some potential for me that with the momentum that's sort of sitting there on the 4 hourly and below, that we could see some further upside on the euro, a bit more of a correction. Coming back to those 4 hourlies or daily, actually it's come back to the daily one actually for a moment, and what I'd really like to see is some sort of more bigger retrace from this downward move that we're currently in, and maybe up to there's previous lows here. Let me just pop that on around about over here, which would sort of tie in, or just slightly around about that sort of level, which would tie up and may provide some resistance from those previous lows. So that would be a quite nice initial target area. If it did break through those areas, well, there's a chance it could run up as far as that 50% retrace. Again, that comes with those previous set of lows here, so may provide a bit of resistance either of those points. But we haven't had much of a retrace in this downward move, and measuring it just went over the 1.272 extension from this sort of high here to the low, and then popped that on there and down to there, so it just extended a little bit higher. If it was an ABC correction and a bigger move, well, you could think it's possibly over, but all I'm looking at the moment is what's in front of us. We've got this doji here, we've got some potential further upside. There is some short-term resistance. We've got the 200 above us, we've got the 4 hourly 50 we just run into, but the 4 hour 50 has been hit before. I can't remember if the daily 50, 200, well, actually got hit way back here, and it never really closed above it, so in a sense that has been hit, but I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get a move back up to it and a reaction from it at some point either this morning or later on towards the afternoon time. But overall, my bias from the sort of particularly 4 hour upwards or downwards rather, there's still the momentum there. It's bullish. The daily momentum is still down at the moment, although reducing, so it's softening up a little bit. So as I say, the potential for a bit more upside on cable. Greek situation, from a fundamental point of view, Greek situation has seen some possible help there with a lifeline of the loans being given all in one lump sum, and this year, so all in one go, which hadn't been given previously. So there is some opportunity for some more cheer, maybe, if that's completely settled, but certainly talk of it, which is probably being priced in, to be fair. But any confirmation will give us the cheer that we need. Okay, coming back to the dailies then, for cable. Yesterday put a Gravestone Doji in there, so I'm right into its daily 100. Struggling a little bit more this morning from a 4 hour perspective. We're sort of not really going too far. If we actually come down to the 4 hour chart with the pivots and everything on, one thing I can see, and you'll probably pick up quite quickly, the potential for cable with this inverted head and shoulder pattern coming up here. If we were to get that gives us as a rough guide, the level back up to its 4 hourly 50. And that 4 hourly 50 hasn't been touched before, so that may just provide a bit more resistance. And we've got the lows that were sort of sitting, oops, I didn't draw that too well, but slightly above, so that could provide us a bit of resistance. And if that doesn't, it will do a little bit further up there if the 50 curls up as price moves up. So some areas to consider, and possible some targets if we can get into some long positions At the moment, I just think this sell-off with the euro and the pound's probably come off a little bit, and may turn around a little. Looking actually just come down to the short term for those intraday traders, and it's unfortunately not had the, it looked like it had a bit of momentum earlier on building up, didn't quite get it across all the time frames, and it's just come off a little bit at the moment. The daily momentum still to the downside on cable. Just check 4 hours is not as pretty, although strong, it's strongish, not as pretty as the euro, but they're, as I say, both are there. We've got King speaking at the moment, so no doubt we'll get some possible in the inflation reports just come out, so may get, as I'm talking, may see the cable come off a little bit more yet, but not looking pretty in its current state. Okay, that's cable. Let's have a quick look at the futures. Now the futures has come down quite a bit. It's come to the daily picture there. It's come down to some previous support areas, these previous highs here. It's been testing, sitting on those. Bit of a bear flag sort of E pattern here, so we could see some more downside. We have got quite stretched over the last few days in a sense, and I do wonder if you put the regression channel on, whether it will come back. Key high from here to here. Wonder if it will just come back to mean, the sort of means running around that sort of area, whether it'll push itself back up there. I don't think US equity is the flavour of the month at the moment, but there may be some short profit taking, and they may see a little bit more of a bounce, maybe back up to that 100. 4 hourly perspective, it's plenty of resistance above us. The shorter term moving averages have been crossing here, which is not at all bullish. Looks quite neutral and messy in this time frame. Yeah, struggling. I mean, I'll be struggling with these spiky moves to determine too much which way it's going. As I say, there is potential. It may have got a tad oversold, and we could see some sort of reversal. Okay, let's a quick look at gold. Let's start off on the daily perspective here. Gold found it again. It's found over a few days. It's bounced. Said it yesterday in our trading room that it has been putting some bearish looking signals in there. This could come off a little bit more. It's certainly not looking the most bullish I've ever seen it. Sorry, it's broken out of its different channels there. Whip that one off there as well. It's, as I say, at the moment looking quite sort of quite bearish. Actually, it's broken out that channel, so to me the obvious sort of areas and possible targets, if it comes down some more, is towards that 4 hourly 50, somewhere in that region. Previous lows here. There is some support at these different points here, so you can see there's a lot of resistance at this level. It's sort of held up a little bit here, may provide a bit more support, but at the moment from the dailies and etc, what I can see here, gold looks weak. Okay, that's it for me. I'm not going to talk too much more. Kevin will be back on Friday, hopefully with his normal daily trade, and I will see you then. Take care, bye for now.